beautiful family, thank you once again for joining us on this brilliant Saturday as we join our brothers in the house to share their stories. How did it all begin? Where did they start from? Why are we here today? How did we get here? Guys, this is going to be very exciting, and I want everybody, each and every one of us, share your story in the comment section, and of course, say why you are still excited. And of course, there's just so much excitement in the air that people don't seem to see it because they're not looking at how much they have covered in this journey. So we will call on our own one and only brother Collins to start, bro. Come on, take the mic and let us know.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you here. Today is another Saturday. I hope we are always fired up, not fired up, but always, because life is always good when it comes to ONPASSIVE. We are really, at the better point. There is no way we can say we are not really, at a better place at this point in time, because we know what is happening. We know things are happening. Even if we don't see Mr. Mufareh, it's even better we don't see him than to see him, because it means if we see him, things are not being done the way it's supposed to be done. And if we not see Mr. Ash, it means there's a lot that he is doing, really busy doing the stuff. So let's look at our journey, our story. Join ONPASSIVE 2020 June 16. When I joined ONPASSIVE, there was a lot. I didn't even know. The only thing I realized was this is really good. Though I look at it, to cut long story short, the site was internet marketing, and a lot of people are still holding into that old traditional way, the internet marketing. But going into it deeply, I realized that it is an IT company, not the internet marketing we saw in the first, the first instant, the first glance, internet marketing, blah, 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 those stories. I said, this will be one of the biggest IT company my kind I've ever seen, because I look at ONPASSIVE's website, onpassive.com. If anybody here can remember the old site, there was no product there, there was nothing. It was just all the architecture, the design, and what Mr. Mufareh want to achieve. That's what we saw. And those who really understand it, they can really see from at a glance that this is an IT company, because they tell you the tools and services, the communication tools, all of those, social media and everything, but in a language, a different language, telling you what Mr. Ash want to achieve. Now, going by that, I said, wow, this is it. And then attend the first meeting with Mr. Ash Mufareh. He was really simple. He didn't hide anything, just say, follow me and I'll take you to the top. That's what he said. I want to take you to the top. But in his mind, he know what he was building. What happened? 2020 transformation, big transformation took place in ONPASSIVE, where they moved from that digital marketing, the internet marketing, to a full-blown IT company. And we saw it growing from strength to strength. Offices from Bangalore to Hyderabad. Bob always like to quote all of that. Hyderabad, Leeds, and Ms. Alpha started bringing all those engineers to do what? To build a total solution with a single sign-on. We're talking about the two things I always gather in ONPASSIVE. From the time I joined ONPASSIVE, we're talking about the 5 pillars, which is what ONPASSIVE want to do, what they want to achieve is the 5 pillars. Getting a product with a single sign-on, then having what? Our domain, a domain register, which is the second pillars, having what? Data center DC, which is the other pillars, and then the last pillar is a payment process of cash in, cash out. That is the idea behind ONPASSIVE, what Mr. Mufareh wanted to achieve. And we are already there, because we already achieved 4, and now it's just remaining the last bit to finalize everything, means bringing everything in-house. When you always said, the world will know your name, it's not about those who are speaking here, those you've seen them. It's about building a business and replicate it to as many people who join ONPASSIVE. So you are not seeing ONPASSIVE on your side, you are seeing you. I will say Collins Manor. If I choose Collins Manor to be my domain name, I own a business, and Mr. Ash with the tech team, they will run, because they are the webmasters, to make sure they optimize the site, they build it, and they enhance the business for you with the products all in your shop, and the cash out, cash in, you know. Now let's look at the concept of ONPASSIVE, because it said to own this product, which is the idea of Mr. Ash, and then the concept of passive is about what? Doing less. We coming in, participating, you don't have to do anything, doing less. Yours is just to go read, understand your business. That's only you can do. You don't need to do anything. The other thing is what? Paying less. We all agree that when we look at the total ecosystem, we cannot even afford it. We are just paying less to participate. We cannot afford it. If they want to price us or charge us, I believe almost, you know, 100% of us, maybe just those who are really rich will afford it. We cannot, you know. What happened? That's the paying less. And then the next one is what? Earn more. You are paying less to earn more, because the idea behind this is about earning more, so you will have that financial and time freedom to do good to mankind, humanity. It's about OBless. The whole concept of ONPASSIVE is about blessing people, you know. And Mr. Ash said this, said, take the blessing part of it, I'll be less motivated. He said, if you take that blessing, what he wants to do, and then reverse ONPASSIVE to be a more traditional business, he will be less motivated to even continue with ONPASSIVE. So what is keeping Mr. Ash Mufareh going is the idea that I will transform and I will change mankind using, you know, ONPASSIVE as a tool and services to enhance a lot of businesses, you know, because it's not about we coming in to make money. Remember those 70%, how would they change? If we are talking about humanity, how will this transform humanity? Businesses, 70% that are coming in, they will do what? They are getting high quality products for affordable price. That's it. Some of those companies who are really struggling, some of the companies, they are really struggling now, especially at the time of recession. Some of them are going bust. Come into ONPASSIVE, the platform is there for you. So you can strive now. You'll do what? Save a lot of money, and then you can give better pay raise. Now that is a double effect. They call it triple effect, because the money is going down to what? To the employees. What will happen to the employees' family? The family now they'll have at least high quality living. You don't need to own anything, but at least if you have a decent house, you can pay your children's school fees. You know, you will sleep with the assurance that there is something that will always, you know, you can rely on. Not ONPASSIVE, because ONPASSIVE is giving that double and triple effect, where you are not benefiting directly from ONPASSIVE if you are still hired by a company. But the company that participates in ONPASSIVE, what is happening? Pushing everything down to the employee, and then they can take care of their family. That is the game changing. What ONPASSIVE is all about, helping humanity, businesses, medium, large, you know, those who come in for commit or to earn something. ONPASSIVE is for everybody. But the only thing is we need to take a deeper look into ONPASSIVE. Why Mr. Mufareh built something like this? He would have decided to say, you know what? I don't need any affiliate founder. I will go all in and become the world richest man. A lot of people do it. Warren Buffett is rich. Jeff Bezos is rich. Look at all of those people. So let us really, honestly, I will speak for myself. I'm really fired up, and I'm grateful to be, you know, at this point in time in ONPASSIVE, because it met me at the right time. And there is nothing I can say again. I just have to be thankful and grateful to God to find ONPASSIVE. Our ONPASSIVE found me the time I really needed it. So I will leave it there for my brother to come from the second for take it over.
Yes, guys. The house is actually on fire, and I'm actually calling on everybody. Let's share this, because so many people have gone to sleep. Others are like, oh my God, wake me up when they're ready. But then no, it's not time for it. It's time to be here and share your excitement. Share your excitement in the chat section, and if I see that, I'll put it up for us. So, Uncle Bob, it's time for you to tell us, where did you start? Why are you still here? Why the excitement? If I told you are excited, go for it, bro.
Let me pull an Andy to show my excitement. Thank you so much. That was brilliant, Brother Collins. It's good to be here. Greetings from Bel Air to you, Sister Comfort, my brother Oliver, Vincent. where can I start? Where can I really start, my dear friends? And for me, my story is quite interesting. You know, remember we are at the outbreak of COVID. COVID had just started, and I remember distinctly that it was around the first month that I began working from home 100%. And I was thinking within myself, like, okay, which certifications I'm going to take to enhance myself going forward. You know, since we're going to be home, there's going to be time to study and, you know, get as much certification as I can, or maybe even go back to school or something. And then ONPASSIVE just dropped. For me, it was a very good friend of mine in Boston who introduced me to ONPASSIVE. But my story, the reason why it captivated me, my interest, is from a book that I had, and I told this story several times. You know, I used to do presentations a lot, you know, and it was my inspiration came from a book that I read. It's written by a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. The book is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know, in that book, Robert Kiyosaki is trying to explain how wealth was determined in the past 300 years, past 3 centuries, in the 20th century, sorry, 19th, 20th, and 21st century. For the 19th century, Mr. Kiyosaki is saying that wealth was determined by those who own the land. Those who own land were the wealthy folks. In the 20th century, he says it is those who own the factories. Remember the industrial revolutions, those who own the factory. But for the 21st century, this man is saying that it is those who own the information that will own the wealth. So when I read that, and as we all know, when you read books, even casually, something sticks with you. So that thing had just stuck with me. I was trying to understand why. Why did this guy say, what does this mean? You know, so when this information came to me, I was trying to tie it. Is this what Kiyosaki was saying? Remember, Kiyosaki is a very serious guy. He makes speeches around it. He's a business guy. He's an investor. You know, he do prediction and things like that. So he's serious. So when I listened to it, I was like, is this that information? Or is it because we're in a digital transformation age, the age of AI? Mr. Ash himself told us AI is a product that any country is free for all. It's not restricted to one geographic area. Like we have gold in some countries, you have oil in some countries. This is free for all, you know. So when I got that perspective, and then I started looking at it in depth, I realized that this ONPASSIVE was unique. It's not something that we know of. There's no company that we know right now that has built its system from scratch with AI from all the way from scratch integrated as we know. So it was unique. So that drew my attention. That is why we should all be motivated and excited, because this is a company that does not exist. It is coming to fruition for the very first time that we have something this enormous for the first time. It is unique, and that is what is appealing, and what is going to be appealing to the entire world, the entire universe, you know. And then secondly, having the background being in the IT industry, having been working in the IT industry since 1998, making me this is about the 26th year that I'm in the industry, I could see the technical possibility of ONPASSIVE, to tell you the truth, because I've worked in systems where we've built integrated systems and understand how it works. But we knew, and my brother Collins, Oliver, and Vincent, they will agree that we all knew that this was going to take time. This was going to take a long time. In fact, when we came in in 2018, in 2020, when I came in, that was in April. From that time, my own projection, just understanding it, looking at where things stood, I was saying that this is going to take from between 5 to 8 years. But looking at my projection now, we are at the 4th year, and Mr. Ash is about to unleash this massive juggernaut to the world, you know. So I knew that it was possible. And then the product itself stood on her own. The superiority of the product, the sophistication of the system, everything just made sense to me. But like everybody else did, you ask yourself, how is this? Because I'm not a marketer. I don't know how to market. I've never been into multi-level marketing or marketing at all. So my first question was, do I have to bring people in? Because I don't know how to do that. I can rely on my own effort. but I cannot rely on the effort of others. That I can count on myself. So when I knew that I don't have to talk to anybody to be part of this success story, that was number one attraction for me, you know. Secondly, he was saying that you just have to come in, make one payment. Your founding position, you want to come in and get your founding position, and then as Mufareh's promise to us was you're going to come in and then you're going to only make one more payment, and that's it. Then the system will take it to you, will take it from there for you. That was a great attraction for me too, and motivation for me to say, hey, I just have to come in. I don't have to do anything. This is a 21st century system that is going to work for me. It's going to do everything for me. How motivated could I be? You understand? So that drove me, and I was like, we started looking at who Mr. Mufareh is. This man, let us remember that he has made his name in the industry from driving traffic. Driving traffic means sending customers to businesses. And he's building his own, and he said that I'm going to apply everything. So what Mufareh is doing is he's building a perfect automated system like for himself, and like Colin said, then he's going to replicate it to others. So we are all, everybody who comes in is a success. All you need to do is come in, follow the instructions, what they are telling us to do. That's all. That should be very motivational for all of us today. We sit here at this juncture just waiting for Mr. Ash to press the button. But there is massive work going on behind the scenes. And like my brother Colin said, when we don't see Mr. Ash, I was very happy he did not come out this weekend because he's busy. He's busy doing the unseen. Remember last time we talked of the known unknowns and then unknown unknowns. There are things that Mr. Ash is confronting as he goes along now that he has to tighten all the loose ends, and that's what I think he's doing for us. He's doing an effective marketing campaign that started since March 30th of 2022.
Yes.
Working for us, signing all these contracts, going to looking at various countries. The UNESCO knows about ONPASSIVE presentation. They are talking with major banks in Egypt, all over the world. We have offices all over the place. The system is working for you. And he said, I'm going to build tomorrow's technology today. That's what Mr. Mufareh is doing.
That's big one, bro.
For us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks so much, bro. You've said a few things. You know, I like the last bit that Ash promises to build tomorrow's future for us today so that we can be part of it, you know, before we finally make way for the real people who will come and be in this. Yes. Right. There's something you said to which I can really relate to, because shortly before I joined ONPASSIVE, I was this short from joining one of those programs. When they presented it to me, yes, I knew that I could sell this product because if you teach me well, I can run my mouth. Yes. But the worry here was I can rely, like you said, Uncle Bob, I knew that I could rely on my efforts. Yes. But then is it feasible relying on other people's efforts? But those are the schemes we've been seeing out there, and that is why people do fail. So when you said this, I was nodding. It sounded like something we did in communication, which somebody would say, ce n'est pas exactement ce que j'ai dit, mais c'est exactement ce que je voulais dire. So you just said the word. I thought like that, but I did not say it. But that's exactly it. Thank you for that. So Gordy Mark says, I joined this wonderful company called ONPASSIVE in 2020, thanks to a wonderful friend and brother called Mr. Chifu Mecha. Anyway, Mr. Chifu Terence, who shared the opportunity with me. That's a good one. We just want to hear people's stories too. And so Theda King says, the first day I heard about ONPASSIVE, it was exciting. I didn't understand the concept very well, but looking at the website, I realized this was what I wanted from a long time. Some of you guys were so smart to know this, but then I'm not here to share my story. Brother Vincent, let this boy go back to the kitchen, get a snack, and let Vincent speak to us right now. So, bro, it's yours. Share your story and tell us why you are still excited. Guys, go ahead and share in the comment section.
Oh, thank you, Sister Comfort, and thank you, my brother Collins, Bob, and Oliver, for being here today again for us. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate. So my story here is a very, it's not that long story. But it's nice. It's good story. It's not big story, but it's not nice story because I know Collins is my brother and then friend, family, everything. So one of the afternoon, I think it was summertime, and then Colin called me, said, Vincent, we have a big opportunity here, so I would like to join. I said, what business is that? He said, oh, the business is on passive. So Collins explained to me, think on the phone. And then, okay, I said, could give me all the information. I'll go to the website and then I will check. So I went to the website. I spent time. It was a weekend. I spent time with the website and read everything. Then I called Collins. I said, Collins, this one is too good to be good. Is to be true. So let me think about that again and say, no, this thing is massive because I was based on the technology involved as a IT person. I said, the way I see things is too good. So let me try. So I called Collins. I said, no, Collins, send me all the information so I can join. So Collins immediately sent me the information, and then instantly I received the information. I joined on passive. I said Collins is good because the way I see the technology involved, I know this is something is good. But like Bob said, it will take time, but I know it's good thing to do. So I didn't even think twice. I put my name there. Then after that, and then day and day, I keep paying for more account because more I read, more I understand the thing. I say, no, this thing is good. And then I register again. I can be there sitting afternoon reading again. I say, no, this thing is good. Register again. So more I understand, more I keep myself in again. So this is how the thing works. And then Collins time I say, no, you can also initiate my brothers here. So we can, they say, okay, with this guy, I can initiate some webinar in French speaking countries because Africa speak French. And then I said, oh, you guys give me good idea. Organize webinar there. I try to do my thing in French, maybe do some PowerPoint slide to make these guys also to understand because teaching people, educating people, also educate myself. And then I learn a lot from on passive doing that to people. So it was a good journey because I learned a lot being part of that. And then again, Colin said, oh, my brother, come to join the webinars. We have some webinars and things. I said, oh, Collins, I'm not good to speaking to people because I'm a very quiet person. He said, no, come and try. So me, I like listen to people, but I'm not good to sit there in front of people and speaking. I never done that before. So Collins, let me be in, but I don't want to go to webinars. He said, yo, I know you have the capacity to do it. I know you can make it. Come. So Colin keeps saying, sometimes I come to the webinar, but I'm behind, but I don't show myself. And then he keep pushing. I say, okay, because I know if you are insisted, I'll do it. And then I join the webinar. I realize that it's a good family. We are enjoying to be with part of the ONPASSIVE and be with the meeting. My brothers here, I learn also a lot from them. If anything, I'm not sure, they come, the teachers. So it was a great family and then great journey. So I'm very, very happy and very proud of them for their knowledge, everything they show us. And then even when Mr. Ash come out, say something people don't understand, we meet again and then we try to break it down because it's a part of our job as well, like IT. So when they talk about IT jargon people don't understand, we're trying to break it down for people to understand. And then so it was a great journey, and then nice to be on passive because I learned a lot. And then it's not, I know some people they talk about money, but on passive is not only money because the family attached, because today we are like one family. If I go to any part of the world, I can see any ONPASSIVE and there is a great family for us, everyone. And then also the learning, we learn a lot from other people. We learn also the technology inside, the technology involved, even that we have our background learn, but also ONPASSIVE also help us to learn a lot. So it was a great and nice to be with ONPASSIVE. So thank you, Sister Comfort. I'll leave it there.
Guys, I couldn't stop laughing because all of us should know Vincent, right? You actually forced him to speak, but then he's now, he's just killing it. And that's what ONPASSIVE has done. Why did you keep saying, Brother Vincent, that it was a nice journey? The journey is still ongoing. And as it stands, if you are new here watching us today, this excitement we're sharing here is a journey that started in 2018. But as it stands, whether you like it or not, or whether you know or not, this whole journey is just about to begin. So, Oliver, over to you.
Hi, everybody. I want to thank all of you, those who are here and those who watch later. Sister Comfort, thank you for bringing us together today, Saturday morning. And colleagues, Bob and Brother Vincent, I want to say, man, you guys nailed all the point. My journey cannot start without Bob. You know, my brother Bob. When he called me that one good 5 p.m., you know, after work, Bob called me that, boy, there's something I want to tell you. I said, what? He said, a business. I said, what kind of a business? He explained. I listened to him. Two things. I asked him, I'm not a marketer. I don't know how to market. I don't know how to sell. I'm an IT person. Bob said, I said, am I going to sell? Bob said, you will not sell anything. The company will do everything for you. I said, are you sure? Then the next one was, that also that attracted me was, it's an IT technology company. Not only an IT technology company, an AI, artificial intelligence technology company. I was like, wow. Then being in IT, I know that AI is something that has been in the market. I know that some of these companies, they've used AI to patch to some of their applications. Then when Bob talked to me, it did not make 1 second. I got one account. I said, okay, Bob, just hold on there. I went and took my bank card. I said, let me register. I registered that one account. After that, another account, and another account, another account, and another account. Because the story, when I heard Ash talk, I was like, wow. So I got Ash's number and I called Ash, our CEO. We talked for some few minutes. I was blown off. I heard my Ellis. I started listening to my Ellis. Then Comfort came out with a pigeon webinar. I listened to that pigeon webinar. I was like, yeah? Is this for real? So I started now, my whole body now started charging, you know. Then the next thing that came into my mind was the financial freedom and my time freedom. I said, which therefore means I have about more than 12, 15 years to go on retirement. Therefore, I'll go in retirement in less than no year. Then I calculated it again. I said, but with what I've heard, I've heard Ash, this company will take that kind of 8 months and above. I mean, I'm sorry, 8 years and above. I said, I calculated my age for retirement and I calculated again. I said, but still, I'm still fine. That's why I started using the word, we are fine. Because, you know, so when I calculated everything, I said, then we are fine. I am fine because I will go on, I'll have an early retirement, you know. So if they take 8 to 10 years to build everything from scratch, so when Ash came and talked about AI embedded, integration, automation 100%, I was like, wow. Being in IT, I said, this is game over. Then being in the industry, I don't understand what is going on in the industry. I said, wow, wow, wow. Every day was wow, wow, wow. Every day was wow. So when Bob also called me and said, he's coming up with a webinar also that we have professionals in the United States that they are working. So we need to do something between 9 p.m. in on Mondays and Wednesdays. I said, okay. I joined Bob. And we were breaking down the technology to people how it is, you know. And every day was interesting and I was fired up. And that's what I keep telling people, look, no matter what, we are fine. And there's one thing that we have to understand. Ash came to a webinar because remember, like Colin said, this company was an internet marketing. It started 2018 as an internet marketing company. In metaphors, Ash came and asked us in that webinar 2020. Ash asked us that now we want to move, that it started that the idea of moving to applications to start building normal application, not more internet marketing business. Ash came and asked, do you people want us to remain as an internet marketing, or we should move totally to start building application software? Everybody say yes. Everybody say yes. So people should also calculate. They should stop saying that it has Ash has been like this, they've taken that long, the company has this, Ash came and said this, Ash came and said this, Ash came and said, look, it is not easy for a company. Ash has replicated himself for 1.4,200,000 people all over the world. More than 200 countries all over the world that we are going to impact people's lives. Ash had this, there's a saying that when you take one stone and you shoot two birds. Ash took one stone, Ash took himself and replicated it to 1.4,200 plus of us. That we are going to impact people's life. And is that humanity part of it also that also make me, I say, oh God, from IT, now it's humanity to start serving the people, making this money. I said, look, then my life has, in fact, I have a complete life. Then I was in Baltimore. I said, okay, then all the homeless people in Baltimore, I was in downtown Baltimore. I was working in downtown Baltimore then. I saw what is going on there. I said, okay, my village back home in Alabama, Bamenda, in Mancon, I have this water. I have to go give my water project, electricity. So ideas started pouring now in my mind, and this is what made me also motivated me. I say, oh boy, we are fine. So now it has trained my friends, the friends that now we are family here. This is my family we are talking about. I talk to Bob how many times a day? The last person I talked to before go to bed is Bob. Collins will call me 7 p.m. I say, Collins, you're not sleeping. Collins cannot sleep. It's how many o'clock in UK? 7 p.m. US time. Bob Collins is still there. Collins called me that. I said, Collins, I will talk with Collins till around 8 p.m. Then Collins is the first person to wake me up from bed again in the morning. That is about 11 o'clock a.m. in the morning in UK. Is 6 a.m. Bob is the one calling me in the morning as I'm dropping my daughter to school. Bob is, so you see now the family now, then the other friends that I got, I don't have them again because now we have a circle of family now. So you see the way how ONPASSIVE has transformed us, you know, and now we are now one family. And then not only that, please, we should understand that ONPASSIVE has got to that point. My brother Bob talked last week about how many pillars, not only the tentacle that ONPASSIVE has the tentacles in all the departments, like in healthcare, in finance, in the industry, automobile industry, and media, name it. Building of application software as a service, SaaS. We are fine. I keep telling us, brothers and sisters, we are fine. If you don't know where you are today, I will tell you that we are fine. I'm not saying that because I'm in the industry, we know what is going on. We are fine. It's a SaaS, a software as a service. Pay as you go. Therefore, money will never dry in our pocket. You don't pay for your services, they shut it down.
Right.
So we are fine because our wallet will always be, there will always be something in our wallet.
Yes.
There will always be something. It's a SaaS. It's a SaaS. It's a SaaS. Software as a service. You pay as you go.
Yes.
So come again in our payment processor. We are now in the last phase. We are now in the last phase that the company has to pay us for our commissions. Third parties we all know. My brothers, we're all in the industry. We know what third parties they do. Right. They'll run behind you. They'll accept that they'll provide these services. They'll provide when the time comes. You sign that contract with them, POC and MSA. You sign everything with them. Now you are the one running down behind them to provide the service that they signed for. So we know. And then the one good thing that I admire Mr. Ash Mufareh, our CEO, we have in-house everything in-house. We have control. We determine whatever thing we want to do. If another company comes and says that their own application is this price, I should cut that thing down to whatever minimum. It will not bite us for 1 second. But with them, don't go down because they rely on third parties. We will not rely on any third party, my brothers and sisters. Why are we not fine? We are fine.
We're fine, bro.
So I'll leave it there. That's my excitement. And we are still excited, and we are all still excited. Thank you.
Yes, I love that. If a German person is here, he'll agree with me. In Germany, when you go to a restaurant and you say alles wird hausgemacht, means all is done in-house and it's very special, done all the way from scratch. So we have alles ausgemacht in our house, in our ecosystem. That's very important. And a few contributions here. Yeah, Dr. Benny says, I joined ONPASSIVE because I needed money to pay my school loans. Mr. Ash Mufareh reassured me that my school loan will be paid. I had the faith in him. ONPASSIVE is here to stay. That is why I am here. Sis, I believe you and I know exactly what you are talking about. So my sister Christine Daly says, Mr. Mufareh's ingenuity knows no bounds. This is very special to us. And we are blessed to be part of his vision. Without any doubt, I was introduced in this magnificent brand, ONPASSIVE, by my brother Collins, and I am proud. Look at that. And of course, our own one and only Peter Rogers, the man who does it and doesn't want to say it. He says, look at Microsoft and how they got started. They worked with IBM and created the first personal program for the first computer. ONPASSIVE is now taking IT to the next level with AI. We are moving forward. So if you are watching this, be it now, this moment in 2024 or in 2024, it is still relevant because ONPASSIVE is just about to begin and it is to cover generations upon generations upon generations. So we have just run through the first round. It's hard to go because there are a few things that my dear brothers have said that we need to digest. When Collins uses big terms, or Brother Bob or so, we need to come back, let them break them down, because if you are a slow learner like myself, in Pidgin they say you be daunting, but that's not what I'm saying. So we need to break it down again so that we get it even much better. So Collins, earlier on, you said that what Ash is doing is building a business that is going to replicate itself. Remember that I have my auntie down the village. She needs to know what you mean by a business that is going to replicate itself, because you say it with a lot of excitement, which makes it look like it's very it's a big deal. Brother Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Comfort. Yes, this is the ONPASSIVE business model. A lot of, I believe a lot of founders will come to realize that you own a business in ONPASSIVE. Mr. Ash Mufareh never wanted to do it the traditional way, where you own everything and then giving you peanut like what the other top companies are doing. They own everything, but you can't say, oh, I'm an affiliate. You are working for them because it's just one domain, everything. They just pay you whatever they want to pay, and they can tell you bye. But when Mr. Ash Mufareh told the story, you know, that was all run show. And that was the day the light bulb exploded. That, you know, I was just like, God, I know about domain. I know about single sign-on and all of those products. Honestly, I know, but the business model behind, when Ash explained that, you know, honestly, my sleepless night doubled. I was like, my God, so this is what we have. We have Holy Grail in our hand. Let's look at the business model. When Mr. Ash started, he said, all right. When he sat back, he was thinking about building something like this ONPASSIVE. He said, all right, let's look at it in a local way, more traditional business. If you want to have a business first, you know, a normal business, or you want to open a shop, he said a store, supermarket, the first thing you will look for is what? The location, isn't it? We all look for location. Where do you need to position that business? Where would the position be? Your location. Now, when you find the location, what do you need to do? You say, all right, I need a house, a building, a place I will rent within that location. So I know people can pass, they can know where I am. Then you rent the building. When you rate the building, what will happen? You need to feed the building with products. You know, what do you want to sell? Not an empty building. What do you want to sell? You say, all right, I want to sell A, B, C. Put them all in that shop. Now, you open your shop, right? You need, you know, like a checkout, check-in, like where they can pay. When customer comes, they need to know where they will pay. Okay, I've seen the product. So how do I pay for these goods and services? So you need to put a cash machine or maybe a tiller where people can come buy and go. Now, let's take this business. Say every business like Walmart, you call it, be it what? Sainsbury's here or John Lewis. They said, we want now to have an online presence. We are tired of this traditional way of running, people coming from shop. How many of the people now buying things online? They are more than double the people who go walk on the street to go. I can't remember the last time I go to a shop just to walk. I can't remember. It's difficult for me, sir, because every time I'll just go online. Now, say you want to take that same shop online. You need what? You need a location. A location is your domain name. A lot of people don't know. Domain gives you the location, the web address, your address, where that shop will be located. Where can I find Comfort? Okay, Comfort, you've told me. Where can I find? Give me your web address. When I go www.comfort.com, I can see Comfort. Now, when you have that domain, you need a house. The house is what? Your website. That website now, it is your house. Take it like a normal house. You rent the house. You tell them to build the house for you. Then their domain just sit on top of that. So when they go Comfort, they will see your website, your location, then your website. Now your website cannot be empty house because somebody will come and say, oh, I went there, there is nothing. You need to feed it with products. Now you need to build it and then start to put all the products by product ID. Say a normal shop like John Lewis, this dress, red dress, ID this. You have a back end and a front end where you can go and fit all the products you have. Now your website now contains the product. Products now, all right, they can see your product, but how do we buy it? You need a wallet attached to each product. So when I select this product, say checkout, you put your bank card and everything you pay. That is what Ms. Ashford have done. Now you have a webmaster to manage everything. So ONPASSIVE now is a webmaster making sure they change everything, make the color coding, put the product because they need to feed it. You don't want third party. When you do that, where do you host the data? Because it's a data. You need a data center. So Mr. Ashford said, all right, that is how you, if you want to build a business online, you need these 4 pillars. That's the 4 pillars. So I've just taken a traditional business, I've converted now to online business. Now you have that position, you start to do advert, go there, marketing, and all of those people see your brand, they go in there. If you want to go to John Lewis, it's the same thing. Go to all the shop, it's the same. But now our owner is driven by AI to put us at that top position where people can see you dynamically. Mr. Said, okay, I've built this business. How do I do it? I don't want people to come and just say ONPASSIVE. Now I can replicate it now to one or as many people as possible. If they choose to come into ONPASSIVE, I will not take it. I will just cut half of the business. Say the same business I've built for myself and my family. I want Bob to have it. I want Comfort to have it. So I'm giving you the shops as exactly the way I have. And I will do everything for you. If you wrap your head around this and you tell me Ms. Ash is not a crazy person to take a business, like I'm taking the whole one shop of those who are in America, I take one shop supermarket of what? Call it whatever shop. And I said, Bob, take it. You know, just one. I said, take it. That is it for you. And I come to UK. I said, Vincent, take this Sainsbury's. You own it. I don't have anything to do with it, but I will do everything, push the product. You only pay me to put it up, but you own the shop. That's exactly what Ms. Ashford have done for all of us. If you wrap your head around, you say, what? So I own a typical business. When they say the world will know your name, the world is not knowing you as ONPASSIVE. Ms. Ash replicate ONPASSIVE, give it to you and said, I've built my family. Now own this, the same business. And if you think this man is not crazy in a good way, go and sleep back and think about it. When Bob said reverse engineering, when they would flip the whole dynamic, the poor will become rich. They'll be at the top. I will take you to the top. Means building a business and give it to you and say, run it. And I will manage it. You go and sleep, but your business is running and the webmaster powered by ONPASSIVE is doing everything for you. You own a business. The wealth is knowing you as you, your domain name and the product and everything, services, everything embedded inside with a single sign-on. Tell me if this is not good, where will you ever get this? That's what I want to explain today. Go and wrap your head, everyone, and you know how crazy ONPASSIVE is.
Well, if this doesn't wake anybody up yet, or if it doesn't hold you back to stop you who has been sitting on the fence, then Collins needs to pray for you because he likes doing that anyway. So thank you, brother Collins. And guys, I saw a question. It's a genuine question, but if you like, you can bring it to Heroes tomorrow. It's just difficult for us to answer a question now because it might take us out of topic. I'm sorry, but we're happy to answer that question. Either drop it on the YouTube channel or come back tomorrow at the Heroes webinar, and we're going to be very happy to answer that question. So, Uncle Bob, you know, I really, for some reason, was so in love with this statement of yours, right? That you can trust, you can rely on your effort and not on others. And I believe that this is what Ash is doing, because all the years he has watched people, fool people that come and join us. Thanks to the other people's effort, you will make it to the next step of the ladder. And it's never climbing. It's only going down, down. Before you know it, we find ourselves at the bottom of the abyss. And so Ash says, no, we are going to be there for what Sister Gladys calls the little guy in the house. And so he makes what is here. And somebody says, somebody was commending you for looking at the humanitarian part. So would you say that I sitting in for the small guy in the building and making this, does this count as the humanitarian aspect of ONPASSIVE, Uncle Bob?
Absolutely. Remember that Ash Mufareh's original intention, and that is why he is able to overcome all the hurdles that before him. His original intention, which is actually synchronized with the soul of the universe. Let me go take it one step further. It is actually synchronized. His original intention is to uplift humanity. And he cannot do it by himself. He cannot do it by himself. And like Collins just told us, he has created himself and he has replicated himself with all of us. So for all of us, all the little guys, everyone, because he knows that when it comes, that time, that moment where you have had enough, you have filled your tank, like he says, what are you going to do? We are going to want to send a helping hand to the next person in your community, in your village, your hospital. What are the little things that are needed? Once we are all satisfied, I know all of us are humans. We have our normal interests, our normal, things that we want to have. But we can see that there's going to be abundance, So the little guy will no longer be little. That's why we say he has flipped the thing. He flipped it up.
The funnel has been flipped up.
The funnel has been flipped. The little guy now becomes a big guy, and he's going to be able to extend his hands as wide as possible. Because if we were to ask Ash Mufareh what he wants from us, he will say that I want you to go out and uplift humanity, because that is the core. That is who he is. That is how the whole thing about ONPASSIVE started. Otherwise, Ash Mufareh could stay in his house with his wife and his 2 beautiful kids and own it all by himself. He doesn't need us. Remember, he does not need us. This man could have built this company, drive traffic off, own everything, have his one domain. Why does he have to replicate several domains for every 1.4 million of us? He doesn't have to, but he's doing it because his intention is to uplift the world, to help mankind. People are suffering out there. And the way he does it is by empowering us, you and I, comfort. You know where we come from. All 1.4 million founders in India, in Africa, in everywhere. Lives are going to be impacted. Everywhere there's an ONPASSIVian, that family is blessed. Remember our discussion some years back, Sister Comfort. That family is blessed. You are going to realize very shortly that every family that has an ONPASSIVE founder, that family's life changes for good.
Yes. Uncle Bob, we cannot overemphasize this enough, because sometimes I work hard not to talk, but it keeps wanting me to talk. Let's go back home. By back home, we come from Africa. People from India can relate, maybe Papua New Guinea and so on. Back home nowadays is a day that because of hardship, many people are going to the diaspora, or they leave the villages and go to the city, in search of greener pastures. But there's that particular family, they don't have anybody in the city to send them salt and washing soap. We call it savon back home. There are other families who, like, they're the only family in the neighborhood that they don't have anybody in the diaspora, and so they cannot receive these goodies. This time around, it's not about waiting for your brother or sister in the diaspora who share the same blood. It's just about sitting there, and then Bob, Oliver, Collins, and Comfort just knock through the door and say, leave now as you stand. Leave anything, abandon everything here, and come, let's go for a walk. And you walk them into a new structure you put up, and they're like, what is happening? They ping themselves, am I dreaming? So, no, you're not dreaming. Live here, this is the key, and I'm gone. That's what we are talking about here, guys. That's where the excitement is coming from. So if you're sitting there going around, that's what Ash is doing. That's the picture has in his mind. But if he goes home, if Ash cannot go to Cameroon and go to Ghana and go to Papua New Guinea and go to Australia and go to all of those places, if he will go back home, I will be going to Nkambe, Brother Oliver will go to Alabukam, and Uncle Bob will be going. That is how it works. That's what Ash is doing here. That is why he is replicating himself. And there's nothing else. That's just how it is, guys. If you don't get it yet, then I'm afraid Collins needs to go prayer and fasting. So, Brother Vincent, I'm going to save you for now, because our French-speaking brothers have been visiting this platform a lot, and sometimes they crave for an interpretation. So, go to Brother Oliver, just work it in your mind and get as many as the salient points as you can put together. After this, I'll give you enough time to make a great interpretation, because we have a few brothers who speak only French watching us now. So let's do that as Vincent is here. So, Brother Oliver, well, I have taken over the show and I apologize for that, but I'm just letting you go from anywhere you want to. Forgive me, guys. This is ONPASSIVE.
That was good, Sister Comfort. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good one. You pull it.
Yes.
It's today was really a motivational Saturday for ONPASSIVE, and I just want to thank all of us that are here, and that look, ONPASSIVians with capital letters, so, upper cases. Look, when Robin Nobles keeps saying that we should spell ONPASSIVE in upper cases or capital letters, it's because ONPASSIVE is big. ONPASSIVE itself is big. Not only big, that humanitarian part is there. That part, as Sister Comfort, Brother Bob, they've just talked about it. My brother Collins too just talk about the replication. So you can imagine, when I listened to Marty Degamo, they had Q&A today with Chris Johnson. Somebody asked a question: how many customers will be coming? He said every day. So just imagine that you have one customer a day in each of your account. Then your tank is already above full.
Full and rolling over, bro.
That humanitarian partner will come out crazy. All the neighborhood, everybody around your neighborhood, everybody in your community, they will be fine. This is what we are talking about here. So please take this time, understand your business, and listen to Red Fen today. Red Fen was talking about people should go and understand how to go to support. So that if you have, because this is the time that is good for us to understand all these things, because we will be having little issues. So you will know how to go to support, to send support ticket, go to the blog. Go and read the blog. You will understand what your business is all about. From the creation, what kind of application. We just talk about SaaS. That is pay as you go. So these are the things that we have to understand. Go to the website. Take this time now and understand all these things. We are fine. I'll leave it there. Sister Comfort.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. The house is really on fire. And I'm just happy because the contributions to in the chat are massive, and we just appreciate you for that. So, Brother Vincent, are you happy to talk to our family? I know, or if you'd like maybe to add an excitement too, you can go ahead and do that. So, guys, we need to be patient with Brother Vincent. He may take a few more minutes than others because he needs to pass out some useful information to our family members in the house too, so that they can be actively involved in this. I'm busy. Get out here.
So yeah, so I will speak just a little bit for French community to understand exactly what we are talking about. Donc bonsoir à la famille en passif communauté francophone. Bon, nous sommes ici ce soir avec mes frères Oliver, Bob, Collins et notre sœur Comfort. Bon, nous avons expliqué brièvement ce qui s'est passé, comment nous avons tous joint en passif. Bon, Collins a commencé comment il a joint en passif, l'information qu'il a reçue avant de joindre en passif. Et moi aussi, j'ai expliqué que j'ai joint en passif par l'intermédiaire de Collins parce que je ne savais rien de on passif. C'est Collins, c'était en juillet 2000, le 20 juillet 2020. Donc, nous sommes en 2024. Donc, bientôt, ça fera 4 ans que j'ai joint en passif par la collaboration de mon frère Collins et que j'ai joint l'on passif. Et aussi, ça a été très difficile parce qu'on a travaillé ensemble, mes frères Bolivar, Bob, Collins et notre soeur Comfort nous a aidés. On a fait le webinaire, bon, on a joint beaucoup de webinaires. On a passé aussi à la formation de tout ce qui est en passif. Donc, on a appris beaucoup aussi en passif. Je sais que le voyage a été difficile et nous continuons de travailler sur un passif. Et ce qui nous a beaucoup motivé aussi sur un passif, c'est aussi l'aspect technologie. Parce que nous sommes ici des informaticiens. Donc, ce qui nous a aussi beaucoup convaincus que le passif, c'est du sérieux, c'est quelque chose de bon. C'est aussi la technologie, puisque nous maîtrisons ici la technologie. Ici, nous avons 4 personnes qui sont spécialisées, c'est des experts en informatique. Ils savent ce que c'est que l'informatique. Donc, quand nous avons vu que c'est une société informatique avec les technologies qui sont impliquées, du coup, on a sauté sur la chose. C'était comme on venait de gagner la loterie parce que avec tout ce qu'on a vu, la technologie impliquée dans On Passif, on peut pas être informaticien et puis négliger parce que c'est du costaud et c'est du vrai. C'est pas du chantage et c'est pas de l'amusement. Donc, en passif, nous avons tout ce que Monsieur H a promis de faire. Il a fait. On a construit des bases de données. On a tout ce que le système informatique aujourd'hui, toutes les grosses boîtes aujourd'hui, ce qu'on passif a, beaucoup de sociétés derrière ici n'en ont pas. Donc, voyant tout ce qui est aspect informatique, c'est ce qui nous a motivés et que on a souscrit à cette grande société en passif, qui continue encore de faire beaucoup d'exploits. Donc, on demande à tout le monde d'être patient. Ce n'est pas de la blague, ce n'est pas aussi du faux, c'est du vrai. Ça se passe très bien. On voit au moins tout ce que M. H est en train de faire pour nous et il continue de faire pour nous. Il est en train de nous aider. Donc, pour ne pas être trop long, je vais m'arrêter là. Donc, c'est ce que nous avons développé aujourd'hui avec notre soeur Comfort, mes frères Oliver, Bob et puis Collins. Donc, on vous remercie infiniment.
Thank you, bro. Thanks. That was brief and succinct and straight to the point. You know,
oui,
like you say,
merci, merci, mon frère.
Yeah, merci, mon friend. It's just to confirm that I has the best put in place. That is to confirm the fact that ONPASSIVE is divine, whether you like it or not. So on this note, we want to take a last round and a quick one, of course. So who goes first? So, Brother Oliver, I'll start from you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Brother Colin. I'm Vincent for that wonderful translation. Yeah. Now that we are going to this coming week, and we do understand that on the 20th is going to be the last day. We should put our eyes in the OES for update. We know our CEO will surely put an update there or whatever, at least we'll understand what next. So then again, I will still say that people should go understand their business and try to go to the back office, try to go to webinars like, Red has update Monday through Saturdays. Go listen to Red for an update. Go to Chris Johnson, Madi, go to Comfort, Empowerment Network, come to Collins and Andy, you know, I think there's Lean, there's Mino, and tomorrow we have tomorrow we have tomorrow we have heroes that you can answer. You can come down and ask all your questions, and we are there to help. So thank you very much, and you have a good week.
Sure, thanks, bro. So over to you, Collins, please.
Yes, just thank you. Just thank everyone for your presence. You know, your presence is more important than us. So yes, like Oliver said, let us just keep an eye, you know, in our back office, because that's where all the information will be placed. Let us keep an eye. Let's continue to know our business, learn more about our business, understand what ONPASSIVE is all about. Like Vincent said, it's not all about money. Yes, that's what brought us here. But let us remember that the 70% of those who are coming are those who are coming to use the products and services ONPASSIVE is building. You know, and those people are the one to put more into ONPASSIVE because they are the one who pay day in, day out. Just 30% of us will be affiliate. That's not much. So we cannot force it, but technology takes time to grow and to build. And I believe we are in the best place and we are the right place with the CEO who is the head of everything, guiding us and making sure everything is right for that 70% who will be putting money. Not like we are not important. We are important. But let us remember, who is more important, the person who is buying or the person who is receiving? If they don't buy, we don't receive. So I would prefer to put a proper product for people to come, so I will receive. So let us always pray for the tech team, you know, for God to give them more wisdom to build, and for our CEO and the family who are spending sleepless night to put something like this for not for our own self, but for generation to come, because the generation to come will be the one that will reap more than us. When I go back to the Apple man, $80 did what? Transform to 100 billion. So that is what will happen one day. But that one day maybe it will not be in our lifetime. It will be for the generation that will come. And they said our granddad saw this vision, stick in, and now this we are reaping from what we didn't sow. Those who sow, they enjoy, but we are reaping more benefit. So let us remember this, that we are building future generation. We are building wealth for future generation. We will enjoy it for our lifetime if God permit, and if not, we are still building something for generation to come. So Mr. Comfort, thank you.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I think that the building wealth for the future generation part is what is keeping us here, you know, because I like in the days we used to present this position for people to join as early bird or pioneers of the business. I remember one time Mike Ellis said, you would build wealth and then live long, die, leave a legacy, and die smiling, die happily, because you know that those you've left behind will never find themselves wanting. What else could we wish for? Uncle Bob, please.
Yes, indeed, sister. It was a good one again. Great to be here. I'll just end by saying that let us remember Ash Mufareh's promise to us. His promise to us, and he's going to over-deliver as always. You know, he told us that you're going to come in, you're going to pay a founding member position, and then you're going to make one more payment. And then the system is going to take it from there and work for you. The system you will never pay again out of your pocket. And Mr. Ash Mufareh is at the verge of paying us. It's working. The system is being worked and fine-tuned so that the money can start coming to us. It will come. Eventually it will come. Remember, a couple of months ago, the issue was us paying into the system. Now the system is going to pay us. It's a complex system. Paying in 220 different countries, different currencies, all the rules and regulation, compliance and laws and everything that has to be factored in. Mr. Ash Mufareh he's got our back. He promised us he's going to over-deliver as usual. There are hurdles, as always. I like to repeat my the unknown knowns and the unknown unknowns. But this man, Ash Mufareh, he's powered by divine energy and infinite intelligence. Every hurdle that comes his way, he finds a solution. So we should just remember that. There might be a little delay, but eventually, the sun rises and we see the light at the tunnel. It's glaringly there. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Indeed, bro, it is quite glaring. The light at the tunnel is there and it's quite beautiful. Thank you so much. So, Brother Vincent, you have the honor to crown this session for us. Over.
Well, thank you, my brothers and sisters. You did a great job today. So to end it, I would say, I know this week I received a couple of people calling, say, "Oh, Vincent, what is going on? It's quiet. We don't understand." So I would like to take this opportunity to say everything is under control. Our CEO is doing a great job. He's working behind. When we don't see him like that means he's very busy. He's doing a great job for us. But don't worry, guys. Things are going very well. And then Mr. Ash is doing a great job. I believe you come very soon. Maybe this week coming, it will appear, and then we'll get more good news. So be patient. He's doing a great job. He's not anywhere. He's there. He's working very hard for us. So this is why I will add today. Thank you very much. It was a great time today. Thank you, guys. Thank you, all the family around the world. Everyone is listening to us. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Thank you, Brother Vincent, Uncle Bob, Collins, Brother Oliver. I really appreciate you. And of course, guys, let's keep the fire burning. Let's keep on keeping on. This whole journey that began in 2018, as I speak, is just about to begin. And if you are not yet on it, you are missing out on something. It's a done deal. It's just a privilege from my perspective, and I think all of us here, that we are part of it from scratch, even from when it was just an idea. When some people just heard Ash speak without seeing him, and they popped in, and they started hearing in until they started seeing him, until we had some back office, or how did they used to call it in those days, the transformation we've gone through, the days of Jeffrey Moloch's ebook and all of those to where we are now. If you recollect that, and you don't find a reason to be excited, then you were not meant for this movement. Then there's some other thing you want to keep yourself busy with, because all of those, ask yourself questions. Ash is still employed as it stands. We hear him onboarding Einstein-like professionals who have been in the industry like for ages. They have done a few things. That's all I can put it so that I don't go wrong. Listen, what keeps you from being happy? Where have you seen this before? How many of them ever called you to say, listen, I'm starting this, come, let's start it together? You and myself just got up one morning, we saw this, we saw that, and we popped in, and we thought that's the best the world could offer. Now some best person sent by God is here to do this for us, and is happy to tell us and update us for every step on the way. What keeps you from being excited? Tell me. Guys, if you have questions, you are very welcome to join us tomorrow for the Heroes webinar, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are happy to get them all done to the best of our capability. Thank you. Love you so much, brothers.